Hello gorgeous people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to be reviewing and presenting a gorgeous fragrance that I recently discovered. I did a fragrance video with a bunch of beautiful, amazing women where we shared our top most complimented fragrances, and one of them was mentioned, and I've heard this time and time again about this fragrance, so I got it in my possession thanks to Twisted Lily. This was gifted to me. Huge thank you to the team for sending this off. This is available on their website now. I mean, let me just shout out Twisted Lily real quick, because the amount of incredible sophisticated brands that they are adding to their website is stunning. Like, you think of all of the amazing niche fragrances, go on Twisted Lily, it's there, and you can use my discount code, which is Karina10, to get 10% off of all of your beautiful niche fragrances. This video is not sponsored. They just went ahead and sent me this as a gift, but I fell in love with this fragrance so much that I was like, oh, I have to. Okay, I have to do a video so I can introduce you to it in case you haven't heard about it. But let's just get into it. And if you're new, please subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Karina Waldron, and I would absolutely love it if you joined our YouTube family, and let's chat. This is the house of Maison Crivelli, and here is the box, and this is the fragrance that I'm talking about. It's called Orris Malikhân. I think that's how you say it. I have tried to check the pronunciation, and a few people pronounce it pretty different, so I hope I'm not butchering it too much. So this fragrance over here, I heard about it from a fellow content creator, Angel. You can find her on Instagram. She was a part of that video and she mentioned this one. I also heard Demi Rollins talking about it, and Sebastian, who are both two incredible fragrance reviewers. And at first, when I checked out the notes, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna really like it. I'm not a huge iris fan, to be totally honest. But oh my God, even before I get into the review, I'm going to tell you that this is stunning. When I say sophistication, elegance, smoothness, it's just one of the most beautiful, unique, gourmand fragrances I have experienced. It is just one of a kind. So when you do get the fragrance, this is how it comes. I wanted to show you guys how it was presented. Of course, I already took the plastic off, and then at the back it gives you a little spiel about the fragrance. Also, this is an eau de parfum, and it's 100 ml that I have over here. So very minimalistic, simple presentation, which I really like. And then we have again the logo here nicely embossed, and this box over here is pretty great quality. So when you open it up, ooh, this little card just fell out of it. You get this card inside of it, which is like a very sturdy, hard card, like very amazing quality. We got a little pattern going on. I wish that the notes were like on this card also, but still, this is what you get. And then of course, this is the fragrance presentation right over here. Beautiful, minimalistic bottle, very timeless and elegant. And I do like that the labeling on this is sort of like textured. It's not just a simple paper. Very, very heavy. Again, this is the 100 ml, and there is another close-up of that bottle right there. Very beautiful. Again, minimalistic, but I do really like it. And you get the logo right here also. As for the fragrance, I'm gonna go ahead and take my little paper. I'm gonna spray it and then chat a little bit about how I perceive this fragrance, because I've said this before, when it comes to fragrances, the notes can be a little deceiving. Not everyone is going to take on that fragrance the exact same way as what you're reading the note breakdown. So it really is all about how you interpret the fragrance. And when I read the notes, again, I did not imagine it this way, but now when I look at other reviews that I watched, like from Sebastian and also Angel and Demi Rollins, the way they described it is really spot on. Honestly, they described it really well. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. The atomizer is really, really nice. Wow. Oh, wow. This is a heavy hitter. Right off the bat, you guys can see that I'm not even putting this paper all the way close to my nose like I usually do, because this one is a heavy hitter fragrance. The opening, you get a very kind of like smoky, slightly patchouli-like scent. It's almost a little masculine in the opening because it's quite smoky to me. And I think it might be like some sort of incensey vibe, not so much like wood burning type of thing. I hope that makes sense to you guys. But it's smoky, and then it starts to dry down, and that kind of harsh, sort of earthy tone that I get from the opening starts to subside. Now the incensey vibe is still pretty much there, but then you get this very chocolatey, slightly powdery vibe in the dry down, and it is just elegance in a bottle. This is definitely not a linear fragrance whatsoever. This is quite complex. It develops over time. So when you try this fragrance out, for example, if you get yourself a sample, you really want to let this simmer on the skin and then see if you enjoy it. Don't just go based off the initial first spray. I like that the powderiness in this fragrance is not overly done. Like, it's not too overwhelming. It just gives like this very smooth, elegant touch to this fragrance. But the chocolatey or that gourmand aspect of this scent is so beautiful. And again, it's like if you shaved chocolate and you just had little, very light, thin layers of chocolate. That's what I get from this one. It is so perfectly done that it's not a gourmand that leans kind of like edible. It's not dense and heavy and overwhelmingly sweet. In fact, this is not a super sweet scent whatsoever, but there is a little sweetness in there. But the chocolate vibe is very suave. Now that smoky incensey tone still remains throughout the fragrance for quite a while. And I want to say that after the like 45-minute, 1 hour mark, it subsides a lot more and you get more of this smoother, sophisticated scent that the sweetness starts to pull through a little bit, that chocolatey vibe starts to pull through, and you get this gorgeous mixture of like floral and gourmand in one, with this kind of spicy, woody, slightly smoky tone. It's very unique. I've had this for a couple of days now and I've worn it 3 days straight, and for me, 3 sprays is more than enough. It definitely is. I can smell it all around me. It literally leaves like a scent bubble around me, and it just lasts for hours and hours and hours. You don't need to top this up at all. Like, the quality, it really did impress me, like a lot. This is highly, highly concentrated. I love how sophisticated and elegant this is. I feel like you will not find a ton of people wearing this fragrance at all. Like, it definitely does stand out from my collection. Oh, that's so intense. On the clothes and on the skin, it is super bold. It projects pretty loud also. I can literally smell this one all day. Like, I sprayed it on myself. I sprayed it even. I love spraying perfumes right here on my sleeve because sometimes I just kind of bring it to my nose. But with this one, with just gestures, I could like smell it. Like, the scent would really lift up and kind of come to my nose, and I could smell it all day long. And for me, the dry down is definitely my favorite. Oh, intoxicating. It literally is intoxicating. If you do not enjoy heavy fragrances, like I'm talking very strong fragrances, you might want to tread lightly with this one because I find this pretty strong. And I'll be completely honest and say that if I overspray, I will definitely get a headache. Like, this is one that I cannot overspray. Like I said, I have been using this for 3 days, and the first time I oversprayed it, and whoa, it was just too overwhelming for me. So I do 3 sprays and I'm good to go. So even though the name does have iris in here, when I look up the notes, I don't see any iris in this fragrance. But for some reason, the way it was created, you get some sort of like powdery, slightly floral tone from this fragrance. And I think that's just beautiful how perfumers can take different notes and create something that isn't necessarily in the fragrance, but your nose picks it up. That's really, really cool. Ultimately, this fragrance is a very warm, woody, slightly smoky, gourmand fragrance, which to me seems like a bit of a floral tone in the background. Again, that gourmandy aspect of this fragrance is very like suave. It's not heavy, it's not dense, it's not like an edible gourmand. It just adds this beautiful kind of slightly feminine touch to this fragrance, because I feel like maybe without it, it would be a little more masculine. And the vanilla, there is vanilla in here, and I know a lot of you guys love vanilla. I definitely pick up on that vanilla, and I think it adds to that sweet tone. Overall, I am so obsessed with this fragrance. It's absolutely stunning, and recommend you guys checking it out. If you're not gonna get yourself a full-size bottle, because this is a niche house, it can be a little bit pricey, get yourself a sample and try it out. But again, this is bold. Okay, this one is heavy, this one is loud, it projects amazing. Maybe if you do just one spray a little further away from the skin, you know, it won't be as loud. But for me, this is definitely a bold, long-lasting kind of beast mode fragrance. But the juice is just so classy, so elegant, so sophisticated. Oh, absolutely stunning. This is one of my favorite discoveries for 2021. For sure. Like, I'm looking at all of the fragrances that I've discovered this year. This is up there. This is probably my number 2 maybe, because I am just blown away by how unique it is and just how sophisticated and elegant it smells. It's so beautiful. Guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and saw something new and cool today. Now, along with this fragrance, I also received a sample pack with a bunch of other fragrances from this house. If you guys want me to do a separate video, really rating the entire house and giving you guys my first impression, then let me know and I'll film it, because I actually have not tried any of the fragrances that came in this sample pack here. I'll show you guys. And I believe, I don't know if this is available on Twisted Lily, maybe, but it looks like that, and there are all the other fragrances from the house. So if you want me to do a first impression of the entire house, let me know in the comment section and I'll do that. But all in all, this as a first introduction to the house, I am blown away and I cannot wait to try more. So please leave your comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up, as it helps me so much reach other people, and I will see you all on the next one. Ciao.